Alright everyone, welcome back to another box break edition. Looks like tonight I'll be joined by my Pomeranian Snow Cone, who's over there. I have a feeling he's going to cause some ruckus at some point. So last night we did a box of 1999 2000 Fleer Mystique, which, let's face it, that first pack was pretty epic with the Vince Carter Fresh Ink autograph. I just got these in the mail today. So what we're looking at are 1998-99 Topps Series 2. As you can see here, we have Topps Gold Label as well as Topps Chrome. Before I get started, I think I'm going to go get rid of that chew toy. Well, I've instructed my dog to only chew on that if I hit a big card, so I think what I'm going to do is one box now, and then we'll do another box, say, we'll take a little break, and then we'll come back and do another box. So I just got these in the mail. I found these from a seller who is actually advertising them as 97, 98, but he had the 98, 99. Michael Moeller told me that the Jumbo are the ones that actually have the Topps Chrome refractors. So apparently you can only get the Topps Chrome and this, not the refractors, which is a big bummer. That was kind of the main reason I bought it. But you know what? I got a good price on it. I love busted 90s wax. There's still some options in here. You know, you got the gold label. You also have, I believe, some autographs. Let's see what we got. So you can get East, West. Of course, they make refractors of those. So if I got a Jordan, that'd be pretty sick. The Topps Chrome, the Kickstart, the Gold Label. Here you can see the pack odds. Always kind of fun to look at. Looks like the East-West coasts are about 1 per box. Refractors are a little tough to hit. I don't know if any of you remember, but I opened a box of this a couple months ago. I didn't do it live, but I got a gold label of Jordan, and then a couple packs later, I got the black label of Jordan, which was pretty amazing. Now, if I can get the red label of Jordan this time, then we'd be really doing well. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about autographs here, so maybe I was mistaken about that. But either way, let's see what happens. This product's going to have a lot of base cards, probably just a few hits. But, you know, for the right price, you just can't go wrong. I'll be posting this on my page later. If anyone's interested, you can watch any of my previous breaks. I think I'm definitely going to be on a little bit of a kick for breaking boxes come the new year, especially now that I can post them live and everyone can watch, which I've always enjoyed doing before I did it. You know, I'd go to YouTube, watch some box breaks. I actually really enjoy doing that in my downtime. It's just kind of fun. So I'm just happy that I'm able to do that now as well. There's a Dirk rookie. I don't know if these are worth getting graded, but I know since Dirk retired, his values have gone up. I mean, I've seen crazy upticks in Tim Duncan cards too. I know his chrome refractors, you know, just like super popular right now. Why not? He's a classy guy. He's accomplished some major things in the NBA. No issues with sticking here, which is great. If any of you saw last night when I opened the Mystique box, there was a few cards, because they're layered and they're thick, they were starting to peel pretty bad at the top. So obviously with just the regular cardboard. It's not going to be an issue. Obviously, we have an insert here. I think this is Kickstart. I opened a box this not too long ago, so pretty familiar with it. There you go, Kickstart, Kerry Kittles. You know, pretty common late 90s Topps insert. A lot of flashiness. You know, I mean, even though they're not worth much, sometimes I go through, you know, eBay or Blowout, and I see a lot of inserts, and you know, the first ones you tend to go to are like rare parallels, and you're like, man, that's so awesome. But sometimes I look at the cheaper inserts and I go, man, these are like really good looking. All right, we got something else here. Let's see what this is. Got a gold label, Keith Van Horn. Great card. Obviously, it's twice as thick as it states in the packaging. If you get a gold label, you get one less card. So I thought there were autographs in here. I would have loved to have pulled the Kobe. Looks like we got something here. Another insert. Oh, we got a Jerry West. Let's see, what is this? Classic Collection. Okay. Guess I'll put that aside. Throw that in my binder. Most of my cards I keep in top loaders with penny sleeves, unless it's thick and it won't rattle around like a magnetic. That's probably the main reason I don't use magnetic holders, is because a lot of the cards rattle around, and I don't want to mess up the edges and the corners, because I do like the look of the magnetics. And I've seen they finally come out with the sleeves for them that like wrap around them perfectly, which is pretty amazing. There's another Dirk rookie. Yeah, he accomplished a lot in his career, didn't he? Got that NBA championship with Jason Kidd. Too bad Grant Hill never got a championship. You know, I think of all the great NBA players in the 90s that didn't get a championship, like Reggie Miller or Patrick Ewing, and you're just like, man. All right, what do we got here? East to West, Michael Finley. I think they did a lot of these foil cards that were like silver, and then and then when you move them in the light, they kind of shine, because I have a lot of Kevin Garnett's like that. I don't know if it was from this year or the year after, but they kind of did a lot of those foil cards like that, silver, and then the rainbow effect. This is one of my PC guys, Kevin Garnett. Probably out of all the PC guys I have, he's the one that I'm least connected to. In fact, I've been kind of mulling it over for the past few months about trading my Kevin Garnett collection for either some like really nice Dennis Rodman cards, or maybe like a few really nice Michael Jordan 90s inserts I don't have. I kind of slowed down in my Grant Hill collecting, although sometimes I look through my collection and I'm like, damn, I got some awesome Grant Hill cards. But that's 3 Dirks. That's pretty good, you know. I remember back in the 90s, you'd open a pack of cards at a show, and if you had a hot card like that, a hot rookie, you know, you'd turn around to the dealer that you bought the packs from and be like, hey, I'll give you this Dirk, you know, can I get 3 more packs? And I would literally go for hours and do that. You know, 96, 97, right around then. Oh my God, I wish those times were still around. I really miss it. And being here in Vegas, there's really not a whole lot. I went to one card show at a casino a couple months back, and it was, honestly, it was pretty pathetic. I think there was about 4 booths with basketball cards. One guy had 90s stuff, but, you know, it was all the commons and, like, maybe $5 Michael Jordan inserts. Nothing crazy like I see some people finding in the Midwest at card shows. So this isn't a box where I've had to use the freezer trick, but I have used that before. And I'd have to say that I don't really know if that works. But there's certain cards that have, you know, glossy finish, and they're just like bricks where you literally got to like move them up and down. And I've done that pretty extreme, and I have to admit, unless they're absolutely stuck where the surface is going to rip off anyway, like bending the cards doesn't really damage them. So if you ever see that in a video, you know, your initial reaction would be to like gasp, oh my god, what are you doing? But to be honest with you, I've done that so many times, and it's never really damaged the cards at all. There's my fourth Dirk Nowitzki rookie. Looks like we got something in here too. You guys can see up there in the top right corner. We'll get to it. Yeah, you can hear this one sticking. Not too bad. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Michael Jordan, black label. It's gold label, black label. This is the second Michael Jordan black label I've pulled. In fact, the very last box I opened had this card in it. So now that I already have one, guys, this one is definitely up for grabs. Beautiful card. I mean, it's looking perfect. You can almost see the light from my chandelier over the surface, and it's like flawless. Amazing. I love it. I've had a lot of luck with the Jordan gold labels for some reason in these boxes. If I could just get a red label, I'd be jumping for joy. Now I'm glad I took that apart gingerly. I could have just ripped it apart and who knows. But I think the surface is okay on there. There's really not a lot of foil in the checklist. Let's see, the black label, if I remember, was 1 in 96 packs. You can see right there, 1 in 96. So what is that, 1 in 3 boxes? Let's see here. Let's see on the checklist. Okay, so if you can see here, the gold label is a 10 card set, 1 in 96 packs. The odds of hitting the Jordan black label are like 1 in 30 boxes, so I'll take that all day. Now hopefully in this box, instead of getting the gold label, I'll get the red label of the Jordan, and then I'll have the whole rainbow. I don't know why all of a sudden these are sticking together a little bit. Oh, here we go. Julius Erving. That's the classic collection. That'd be like a really cool card to get an on-card autograph of. I would totally love a Julius Erving autograph of that card. That's why I like those buyback autographs. I think they're pretty cool. I know some people don't like them, but I think if you do them right, you limit them, I've seen some Michael Jordans where they'll do a number to 23 on card autograph, and then they'll do the same card. They'll do one with a 4, and then they'll do a 1 of 1. It's like, how many different variations of the same on card autograph are you going to have with the same card? I think that's when it gets watered down and it's kind of ridiculous. But if you do it right and you do it once, then I think it's pretty cool. So I actually didn't have anything incoming after today, and then I ended up getting a good deal on another box of cards that I open a lot. And the reason I do it is because A, there's a decent chase card, and B, I get the box for pretty dirt cheap, especially the way 90s boxes are going now. And so it looks like within the next week I'll be doing another box break. So what do we got here? Kickstart Keith Van Horn. And pretty much you can count on me to exclusively do 90s box breaks as well. I don't know if any of you guys are country fans out there, but my wife just texted me and said she's waiting on George Strait right now, which is pretty cool. Being here in Las Vegas is always something exciting going on. And so I'm opening a box of basketball cards, and my wife's shooting the shit with George Strait. Which is more fun? I don't know. What do we got here? This is thick. Let's see what we got. Gary Payton. Gary Payton Gold Label. Nice. I'll add that to my Gary Paytons, and if anybody collects Gary Payton, let me know. I've already put them all aside and willing to trade. We got another insert. This looks like a Topps Chrome to me. What do you guys think? All right, it's sticking together. Patrick Ewing. Topps Chrome preview. All right, who doesn't like Topps Chrome? Jeez. They're such cool cards. Sometimes I wish I could go back in time and hit up every Walmart and buy every box of 96, 97 Chrome before anybody cared. Imagine sitting on a pile of sealed boxes of that. I remember reading a story in Beckett one time about a kid who would go and mow his old neighbor's lawn, and the wife, who was an elderly lady, wouldn't pay him in cash. She paid him in packs, sealed packs of 1948 Bowman. Can you imagine that? I think I'd shit myself. There we go. Is this the first Vince Carter rookie? Geez, after my pull last night of the Fresh Ink autograph, maybe I should start collecting Vince Carter. Be a fun little side project. I think one of my favorite cards I've ever seen is the Vince Carter rookie Skybox Rubies. It was interesting because I think they did it a little differently than the veterans, and they were numbered a lot scarcer. And I gotta tell you, one of the coolest looking cards I've ever seen. Does this pack feels thinner to me? Yeah, maybe I'm crazy. How odd that they would put the Topps Chrome preview in here, but not the refractor version. If I would have known that, I'd be hunting for the jumbo for sure, because I know that Jordan refractor brings in a pretty penny. Plus, I have a lot of Jordan refractors, but I don't have that one, and that would be awesome to have. Also, isn't Jordan in here? I can't believe I haven't pulled a Jordan yet. I think the last box I pulled like 5. I guess I'm getting more Dirks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this box, kind of clean up, and then at the top of the next hour, I will do my other box, which you can see right here. A lot of Ron Harpers all of a sudden. We've gone through a lot of packs. We just have a few left. Steve, thanks for joining. Admittedly, I don't have a lot of friends on this Facebook account. This is pretty much primarily just for card collecting. Normally, I'm not big into Facebook, but I was persuaded to join, and so I'm literally only doing it. It's funny, every time I see a Sean Bradley, I think it's a Dirk. But pretty much just on Facebook for the cards. So hopefully as time goes on, more collectors, especially in 90s basketball, will become my friends on Facebook, and then I can share these videos with more people. Last night was a lot of fun. That first pack with that Vince auto got me pumped for the rest of the box. Plus, it was the first time that I'd ever opened that box. And it's funny because it sat on eBay at $80, buy it now, for like months. And the second I bought it, there was another box that went up for auction, and I think it's currently at like $126 or something. So it's kind of funny. It's like, you know, all it takes is one person to go, yeah, I'm willing to spend that, and then people pay attention. So human nature, right? There's another Vince Carter rookie. This one actually looks pretty solid. I don't know. The centering is pretty good. For me, the centering doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be like eye-catching. Because I will admit, like super off-centered cards kind of drive me nuts. And then if you're dealing with something that has a refractor finish, if you get that refractor line, I think that drives me even more nuts. Oh, there's Paul Pierce. There's a rookie of Paul Pierce. So I feel as the years have gone on, I've gotten a little more particular in what I look for, especially now that I look back at cards that I first bought years ago. There's a handful of them I look at and I go, ooh, man, look at the centering, or look at the refractor line, or look at the greening, which is obviously something you can't really control. Another Vince Carter rookie. I don't know if I missed some earlier. I really wasn't looking for the Vince Carters, but I think I just got 3 in the last few packs. I seem to have gotten a lot of Grant Hills in the last few packs too. There's an Oscar Robertson Classic Collection. Be cool if they there's a Paul Pierce rookie. Be cool if somehow Wilt Chamberlain accidentally signed one and I happened to pull it. These are the kinds of things I think about. So as you can see, a lot of base cards. This is pretty standard for the 90s. You know, people don't understand. Oh, well, you know, you got a card that's numbered, I don't know, Jason Williams. Should I put that aside? I doubt it. Another Ron Harper. People say, oh, should I, you know, you got a card numbered to 20, big deal. You know, they're opening like Immaculate or whatever. But I think a lot of younger people don't realize in the 90s, if you pulled something that was numbered, it was like a big deal because just produced so many of these boxes. It's crazy. All right, we got something here. If you guys can see that along the top. Let's see what we got. I think it's another one of those classic collections, but let's see. Oh, maybe it's a chrome. It's kind of sticking together a little bit. Oh, it's an East-West refractor. We got Ron Mercer. I don't know if I've ever had one of these refractors before. It's pretty cool. I mean, I would have been much happier with a Jordan. And Eddie Jones. Obviously, the refractor's a lot easier to see on this side. Okay, well, that's what it is. Better to get one than none at all. By the way, any of these cards are for trade or sale if you're within the U.S. That's something that I actually have a lot of cards of that I am willing to trade or sell. I'm really looking to trade for some Dennis Rodmans. I really want to boost up my Rodman collection. I've got some amazing cards, but there's quite a few, especially the rare ones I don't have. I think the rarest one I have is the 97-98 Skybox Rubies, which is one of my favorite cards. I think they did a killer job on that set, and I've actually started collecting that set. Kickstart Antoine Walker. That's one of those sets that I probably have to work on for the rest of my life because, frankly, I can't afford 90% of them. And it looks like the commons are creeping up in price, you know, from 30 to 40. Now I'm seeing 50, 60. It's a 225 card base set if you don't include Team Skybox. That's a huge set when you start talking about commons in the $50, $60 range. I mean, even Precious Metal Gems Red's only 150 cards or something, so I don't know if I'm going to continue that hunt because it's pretty massive and there's a few other sets I'm working on, so we'll kind of see how that goes. I got another card here, you can tell right there. I'm assuming it's going to be another gold label card. So let's see what it is. First things first. Are you ready? Let's see. What do we got here? Sticking together a little bit. Not much. Just a teeny bit. Oh, Tim Duncan. Nice. I'll take a Tim Duncan any day. We were just talking about him earlier. It would have been great if it was a red label, but hey, like I said earlier, better one than none at all. So that actually has given me a total of 3 gold label so far in this box, which is let's see, is that normal? Gold label, approximately 1 every 11 packs. So yes, I was supposed to get 3. I don't feel like a lucky guy yet, although I am happy with the Jordan. I don't think that card's going to pay for the box, but, you know, if I hold on to it for a few more years, you never know. Another Vince Carter rookie. It looks to me like these cards are generally really well centered left to right, but the tops are a little stronger than the bottoms. It's almost like a 60-40 thing going on. And it seems pretty consistent across the board. I can also see a little print dot there. I definitely wouldn't grade this card. But, you know, I know there's Vince Carter fans out there. Okay, so every time I've opened a Vince Carter that I can remember, there's a Grant Hill and then a Ron Mercer behind it. Let's see if there's a Ron Mercer here. Wow. No Ron Mercer, I'll eat my words. I got 2 packs left. We're going to take a little break. I'm going to clean up. We'll come back. We'll do another box. And then at the end of the next break, I'll tell you about the next box that I have incoming. Maybe the Jordan was in Series 1. right, last pack. That's it. That's the box. Here's the highlight. We've got the Michael Jordan gold label, black label, 1 in 96 packs, or approximately 1 in 30 boxes to pull this Jordan. Not a total bust. So we'll see in a little bit.